Did you know that one of the most recognizable and iconic shots in horror movie history was a complete accident? More fun facts like that today on the show. Good morning, scallywags! In case you missed yesterday's episode, yes, I am alone this week. It's just me. Sorry, I guess. With D working 12-hour days and things, he had some personal things going on in his life as well for his days off, and couldn't get together with Chapo. So, well, sorry, you're stuck with me this week. But that's okay. So today I'm going to be talking about some fun facts about movies that you might not have known. And to kind of kick things off there, just the one that I was talking about, the Blair Witch Project. You know the shot where it's just basically this right here, you know, and lots of snot with Heather saying, you know, how she's so sorry and apologizing to everybody, you know, blah, 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 blah. The camera was not supposed to be zoomed in for that. But it was, and they stuck with it for whatever reason. And, well, now it's one of the most recognizable and iconic shots in horror movie history. So there you go. Fun fact. But yes, I'm going to be looking at, this is actually coming from a Reader's Digest page, and I'll put the link down in the comments, or not the comments, but the description below. But these are 22 surprising movie trivia facts you won't believe are true. Number 13 will make your head spin, or something. I don't know, clickbait, you know. But, yeah. Kind of kicking things off here, the code. The famous code from The Matrix. You know, where it kind of comes down the thing, you know, kind of does the stuff, you know. Actually comes from sushi recipes. So, the world we're living in is an illusion, and we are all spicy tuna rolls, or something, I guess. The green symbols trailing down the matrix aren't complicated algorithms. A production designer scanned symbols from his wife's sushi cookbooks, then manipulated them to create the iconic code. Yeah. There you go. It's very weird. I hope that this is entertaining enough for you guys, because it is really weird to not have somebody else to bounce off of. I'm not a vlogger by any means, so I miss my co-host. I miss you. Chapo. Director James Cameron drew the iconic sketches from the Titanic movie. They actually did know that one. That one's actually not that big of a secret or whatever. So everything from, you know, naked Kate Winslet to the lady in Paris, you know, his one of his sexy girls or whatever they are. Yeah, James Cameron actually drew all those. Unlike Jack's French girls, Kate Winslet wore a bathing suit while Cameron sketched for the picture. She didn't wear it in the movie. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. One famous Pulp Fiction scene was filmed backwards. Even though in a movie that was completely out of order to begin with. When Uma Thurman's character is having an overdose, it looks like John Travolta sticks a needle into her to revive her. Actually, he pulled the needle out, and the film was just ran backwards. Learn something new every day, right? Yeah. The cat in The Godfather was a stray. Now, this is actually another one that I did know. Marlon Brando basically, or Francis Ford Coppola, rather, they found it kind of wandering around the studio, handed it off to Marlon Brando before the shot. The cat and Marlon just kind of connected. The cat loved him so much that it just stayed in his lap and purred so loudly that the crew was afraid that the noise would drown out the dialogue. So next time you watch The Godfather, see if you can pick up on that. Sean Connery, surprise, surprise, wore a toupee in every James Bond movie. Is that really a secret, Reader's Digest? I thought that was pretty common knowledge. Because, well, look at it for one, but Connery's bald. Reader's Digest. Yeah, if you think Dreamy 007 seemed too good to be true, you were right. Sean Connery started balding at age 17. Make sure you put the you know. In every scene in the movie Fight Club, one of my favorite movies, by the way, there is a Starbucks cup in every scene in the movie Fight Club. So it's kind of like a Where's Waldo game now. Director David Fincher thought that Starbucks shops popping up on every block of LA in the late 90s was too much of a good thing, so he poked fun of the coffee chain in Fight Club. He claimed to have sneaked the Starbucks cup into every single shot with the permission of the chain, with one exception. Starbucks didn't want its shop destroyed on film, so the scene uses the made-up Gratifico coffee instead. So yeah, next time you watch Fight Club, see how many you can spot. That's one I totally didn't know, and now I kind of want to watch it right now to see if I can actually spot any of them. So, yeah. Some of the velociraptor noises in Jurassic Park are actually tortoises mating. Sounds like fan fiction kind of thing, more than... Yeah, oh boy. At least that's what the sound designer used when the raptors were communicating. Other scenes of the species use horse breathing and goose hisses. It's funny to watch. This is going to sound really bad, but have you ever seen a video of tortoises mating? It's funny, and it's not something I've like searched for or anything. But now I'm going to encourage you to, because it's funny. Yeah. Did you know that E.T. and Poltergeist started from the same script? Another one that I actually knew. Steven Spielberg was going to produce filmmakers John Sayles' Night Skies script about a royal family invaded by aliens that could kill with a touch of the finger, but decided to go with a more family-friendly route with the story being created than creating E.T. And then a lot of things from Poltergeist, a lot of things left over from the script they actually used in the movie Poltergeist, which Steven Spielberg also produced and secretly even directed some of, supposedly. Okay, all right, Reader's Digest. Okay, I didn't really proofread a lot of these, I kind of skimmed through it, but they're calling this a fact that you probably didn't know. Michael Myers' mask in Halloween is William Shatner's face. Did you not know that? I thought everybody knew that. But yeah, at least the first one was, anyway, and the new one, which I can't wait for. Oh my guys, have you guys seen that trailer? Yes, specifically his Star Trek character Captain Kirk. There wasn't money in the 1978 horror film's budget to create a custom mask, so the art director bought a clown and Captain Kirk mask. They spray painted it white, adjusted the eyes and the hair, and, well, there you go. Originally, Toy Story's Woody was originally a ventriloquist dummy. I actually did know this one as well. If you kind of see some of the early animatics for that, it was quite creepy actually, and yeah, Woody was a psycho. Even in later versions, he was written as a sarcastic bully trying to rally the other toys against Buzz. Luckily, the studio decided to transform him into the more lovable character. But yeah, you can find him on YouTube. There's like early versions of Toy Story, and it's creepy. Woody was basically the bad guy in those, and I mean it's just the way he looks is very not natural. Knew this one too. Originally for the Terminator, they instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger, they actually originally wanted O.J. Simpson. And the fun part about this is they actually rejected O.J. because he looked too nice to be believed as a killer. Let's see if they got that in here. Yep, director James Cameron rejected the choice because he didn't think this likable, goofy kind of innocent guy could pull off a cyborg assassin. Yeah. Unlike most movies, the voice actress in Monsters, Inc.'s Boo was an actual toddler. At 2.5, Mary Gibbs had trouble sitting still through the scenes, so the crew would follow her around with a microphone. They'd tickle her or take candy away to make her laugh or cry, so the emotions are as real as they sound. There you go. Speaking of things being real as they sound, another fun fact about the Blair Witch Project is they kind of had cards and things that that told them where to go and certain things to do or say, but for the most part, they just had people messing with them the whole time. So a lot of their fear is very real. Did you know that R2-D2 and C-3PO appear in the Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark? I did. Look closely at the scenery in Raiders, and you'll notice that hieroglyphics with the robot's likeness in 2 different scenes, and that's a pretty common knowledge thing as well. Yeah. So I probably should have read through these because a lot of these are things that I thought were pretty common knowledge. I mean, maybe they're not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I knew a lot of them anyway. But I know a lot of weird crap, so you never know. Gone with the Wind's fire scene is old sets being burned. That is right. The filmmakers had to get rid of the old sets to make room for the new movie's scenery anyway, so burning them and filming it as Atlanta going down in flames was accomplished, basically just pulled off both. The filmmakers are lucky it worked. They shot the blaze even before the movie's cast was confirmed. So, basically done in pre-production. Another happy accident, and this actually happens quite a lot, but the most famous line uttered in Jaws was completely ad-libbed. When Brody stands up and says, "You're going to need a bigger boat," not "we're going to need a bigger boat," as it's often misquoted. The line wasn't in the original script, but was an inside joke among the Jaws crew, testing the stingy producers for picking a support boat that was too small to hold the equipment. Actor Roy Scheider ad-libbed the line throughout filming, but the one kept in the final cut became one of the most remembered movie quotes of all time. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. Like check out. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do Thursday or something, like misquoted movie lines. Or I don't know. We'll see. Did you know that a Harry Potter stunt double was paralyzed on the job? Yeah. David Holmes did the stunt doubles for Daniel Radcliffe in every one of the Harry Potter movies, but an accident during a flying broomstick scene in the last movie left him paralyzed from the neck down. Radcliffe organized a celebrity charity auction to pay for his medical bills, and Holmes now runs a production company with 2 other quadriplegic friends. Yeah, good on him. Did you know that Toto was paid more than most of the Munchkins in Wizard of Oz? Somehow this doesn't surprise me, because back then they probably weren't even perceived as people. The Munchkin actors received $50 a week, which was a good wage at the time, while the dog earned $125 a week. Not in Kansas anymore. Dog got literally 150% more than The set to the 10 Commandments was buried underground for decades. That's cool. Cecil B. DeMille, director of the 1923 silent film The 10 Commandments, thought the movie set, including 21 Sphinx replicas, was too valuable to let other filmmakers get their hands on. He figured it was cheaper to bury the set than to move it, and the artifacts remained underground near the California coast for 94 years before archaeologists found the 300-pound head in 2017. There's actually videos of this on YouTube as well. Pretty cool, worth checking out. Did you know, and this is another one I knew, did you know that Psycho was the first movie to show a toilet flushing? Breaking new ground there. At the time, the Motion Picture Production Code banned toilet flushing because it was considered filthy. Psycho was a key to putting the censoring code to an end. So, groundbreaking. Way to go, Alfred Hitchcock. Leonardo DiCaprio really did cut his hand in Django Unchained. Another one that I knew. During his big scene, his racist rant is heightened when he slams his hand on a table and cuts his hand on a glass. It might look like special effects, but it wasn't in the script. He really did hurt his hand but proving that Leo is a pure pro, he did not stop the scene, and the blood you see there in the scene on his hand, completely real. Yeah. Dracula was filmed in English during the day and then Spanish at night. What? When in 1931 movie Dracula was being shot, it was common for foreign language films to take over the set at night and shoot their own versions instead of dubbing over them later. The Spanish language version, which used the same script and set, wrapped up in about half the time, and earned way better reviews than its English language counterpart. Well, how about that? Jimmy Stewart did not want to do It's a Wonderful Life, one of his most famous roles. The lead actor had returned from spending 15 months in World War II combat as a pilot and was considering quitting acting. He initially said a film about suicide was the last thing that the country and he, as someone with PTSD, needed. But he reluctantly agreed. It's a Wonderful Life ended up relaunching his acting career and became one of his most famous roles. Yeah. So there you have it. You got any fun facts that people might not know about movies? Drop it down in the comments below. Make sure you check us out across all of our social media platforms, the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And make sure you guys continue to comment, like, share, and subscribe. While you're checking out the social media, pop over to Facebook. Get yourself a show shirt. They are $20. You can get a long sleeve one for $22, or if you want to go ahead and pick up one of our hoodies, they're only $25. They come in pretty much whatever color you would like. That's color of the shirt, color of the text. So just send us a private message letting us know what color you want, what size you need. We'll get that process started for you. Other than that, come back tomorrow as I somehow by myself do our favorite day of the week. We'll see you then.
And now, your Russian clip of the day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed, and here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.